There is now a Steam Curator list that tracks which game developers are celebrating or mocking the death of Charlie Kirk. Take a look at this tweet from Pirate Nation that says, someone created a Steam Curator listing devs who said good or bad things about Charlie Kirk's death. So let's get it straight real quick, because a lot of people were saying that it's just targeting people to harass them. There's also stuff for praising people that have actually said good things about Charlie Kirk. This is a list of games that are recommended. The group is called Charlie Tweets Detected, and it's blowing up, guys. It's gaining a lot of traction. When I first found it, it was just a couple of hundred followers, but hours later, it was in the thousands. It's skyrocketing because people want to know exactly which studios have devs openly cheering over someone's death. And we've been covering that. This past week, we've been talking about a lot of these developers and studios such as Sucker Punch Productions, the makers of Ghost of Yote. They literally had a senior dev on their team get fired. Remember Drew Harrison? They're the one that made the tasteless Mario and Luigi joke over Charlie Kirk's shooter. They got canned. They got fired. On top of that, we had the Caravan Sandwich game where they put that 360 no-scope tweet out. We've seen a lot of people come mask off in the last week or so. And this is another resource that we can use, a tool that we can use. And here's the thing. It's not just name dropping people. It's not just doxing them or whatever you would want to call it. It's literally cataloging games that are tied to these developers. It shows also what was said, and it lets you decide if that's somebody you want to support with your money. Because again, we see the patterns here. They hate us. They hate gamers. They hate the consumer. If you don't buy into their woke ideology or whatever evil nonsense they're doing now, they don't care about you. And this curator list is gaining traction. I mean, just look alone, just this tweet, 7.9k likes, almost 1,000 reposts. This is building up some serious steam. We're going to take a look at it. So here's the link right here. This is Charlie Tweets Detected. And there's a lot of lists. There's a lot of games that are recommended. Like just right here. Studio owner spoke out against what happened on September 10th on an episode of Sacred Symbols. There's a nuanced take here regarding his co-host, but please watch the episode if you're concerned. So they're recommending this game called Tribreaker, complete with a screenshot, complete with a trailer, complete with other information that you would want to know about the games. And it's really well done. And this is actually similar to other curator lists that were infamous, like Sweet Baby Ink Detected. But this is good. This keeps consumers informed. Okay? And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, it's freedom of speech. It's protected. We'll get into that in a little bit, right? But this is awesome, because now we can know which devs not to support, right? It lets you decide if you want to vote with your wallet or support some studio with your money, and that's important. Now, again, you might be thinking, okay, so some devs tweeted some edgy stuff. Why does this matter to me as a gamer? I don't care. I just want to play games. Well, here's why. These aren't random internet trolls saying edgy stuff online. These are actual employees of studios like Bethesda, like Crystal Dynamics, like Insomniac Games. They're publicly mocking a guy's death while representing billion-dollar companies. Quite oftentimes, private companies. Quite oftentimes, companies that don't like their employees spewing dumb stuff. And ultimately, guys, when developers are comfortable saying things that are this extreme with their name and their job title attached, it tells you a lot about the culture inside of these studios. It's not just politics, guys. It goes way beyond that. It's about basic respect for people who pay for their games. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of this stuff. Let's look at the list. Developers who are involved that celebrated the tragedy of September 10th, 2025. So right off the bat, Ghost of Tsushima, which is Sucker Punch, they were involved. senior staff members. The voice actress, Erica Ishii's a big-time activist, proudly declares that they're Antifa. And then we have Caravan Sandwich, which is that game where they talked about the 360 no scope. So just for fun, let's click it. And it takes you to a page, again, where you get the information of the game, you get the scores, whether the reviews are positive or mixed, and you also get trailers and stuff. So you can see the recent reviews are mixed, and that's because of this. Not recommended. And this was the tweet with a link to the actual tweet. They said, 1 year since the release of Caravan Sandwich, also a fascist got 360 no scope. What a week. And that was from the dev's own account. Again, it's going to take you to an external site. And right off, you can see exactly the evidence. So this isn't just like some website that's randomly targeting people. This is an actual list that has links to the evidence that they're wanting to point out as a reason to possibly not support, to not recommend the game. And this is a bad tweet. The fact that there's people liking it and saying, oh, I want to order it and whatever into the thing, that's trash. But this game doesn't even get that many people playing it anymore. Now, let's go back to the curator list and let's look up Ghost of Tsushima. Okay? Now, this game was a few years old. This ain't Ghost of Yote, which is not out yet. But you can also see they're not recommending it because of the tweet of, I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro got his back, a senior character artist at Sucker Punch Productions on Blue Sky, while fired. Sony Sucker Punch has not apologized. Yeah, to this day, as of this recording, they have absolutely not made a statement about it, which to me is a bad look. It's an absolutely bad look. And shoutouts to the creator. They said, I'm the creator. Follow me here and let me know games that deserve to be featured, even and especially those that stand up to the woke mob. They need your support now more than ever. And they do have positive reviews on there as well. I just didn't look for them. So you can actually find people that support Charlie Kirk that said good things about him. That way you can give them your money. But yeah, apparently there's designers for games that mock the idea of a moment of silence for Kirk. An indie dev that literally posted an in-game screenshot celebrating Kirk's death. There was even Insomniac employees that were caught tweeting stuff so extreme it makes you honestly wonder why or how they even thought it was okay. And because this is a curator group, right? Everything is organized in one place. It spreads like wildfire here, and gamers are rallying around it. Some are calling it genius. Others are warning that this is going to make a lot of devs very angry because for once their words have consequences. Guys, this ain't cancel culture. Like I said, this is consequence culture. It's time to reap what you sow. And honestly, it does remind me of the DEI Detected, the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected stuff, where it started exposing the industry's obsession with pushing DEI agendas over making good games. This is like the next stage. This is like next level. And the sad part is this curation list. When you go and look at everything in here, it really shows you how normalized this train of thinking is. Look at all these not recommended games. This kind of behavior has become normalized in the gaming industry, where we reach a point where basic respect for human life is apparently too much to ask from people representing major studios. You see Blizzard right here, Diablo 4. And look, it's one thing for anonymous accounts to spout unhinged stuff online, but again, if it's somebody with the actual developer title, a name and a title at Square Enix, Bethesda, Insomniac, you can't shrug it off. These people are shaping games that we play. So, yeah, I think this is based. I think Charlie Tweets Detected is going to keep growing, and it might become a serious wake-up call for the industry. I'm going to drop a link in the description if you want to check it out yourself, but I want to hear from you. Does all of this nonsense, all this backlash change the way that you see these studios? Will you stop supporting games tied to devs that make comments like this? Or is it just part of the messy world that we live in online? Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you want to keep seeing stories like this. Hit that like And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, peace out.